two-time NPFL champ, SaveMore Outdoors Pro from Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Put your hands together for the hookup, John Zoka.
All right guys, Joe here with another SaveMore, FishMore segment of the day, and today we're talking swim baits. We're going to use the BKK Titan Rider hook instead of the Titan Diver or the Titan Diver Plus, and I'm going to teach you how to implement the IWS lead weights that you can buy from SaveMore or from any retailer that sells you the separate lead weights. We're going to use them in a heavier size. That's why you want to purchase IWS lead. Is if you buy like a 6/0 Titan Diver Plus, it comes with some small light weights, which are good for fishing grass. But if you want to fish timber deep, like you're on Toledo Bend or any of these places that have submerged timber, and if you're chasing around suspended fish on live scope, you're going to want to still use that screw lock style Titan Rider hook. But you're going to want a heavier lead weight instead of the 8 gram that the 6/0 comes with, or the 12 gram that the 8/0 Titan Diver Plus comes with. So I like to buy my Titan Riders, just the screw lock hook, and then buy the IWS lead. So this is what happens when you buy a Titan Rider. Depending on the size, you might get 4 or 5 or 6 hooks. If you buy, like me, the 4/0, you can't even get a 4 or a 5/0 size in a Titan Diver Plus. So I buy a Titan Rider in a 4/0 for my 4.8 inch paddle tails. All right, I sometimes go to the 5/0 if I go up to like a 5 inch paddle tail. But for these 4.8s, we're gonna use a 4/0. I already took one out of the package. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the bait keeper, this little piece of elastic, we're gonna take it off. I got to make sure I get it over the barb of the hook, so be careful. We're going to set it aside for just a little bit later. When you open your IWS lead, you're going to get 2 weights, and then you get 2 sets of 2 different color collars that's going to hold that IWS lead onto your hook shank. All right. I always pull for the clear ones. What I do is I kind of line them up with my hook to make sure the big end, there's a big end and a smaller end of this collar. I always start with the big end, so I follow it back around backwards and know to poke the big end through the hook point first. We're going to slide that on there and all the way up towards our screw lock. And then our second collar goes in the opposite way. Instead of going in through the big end, we're going to go in through the small end. And we're going to leave those spread apart, those 2 pieces of collar, spread apart pretty far. All right? Just like that. Now I'm going to take my IWS lead. It's slotted on the top side. And we're going to work the hook through the slot while sliding the IWS lead up onto the collar at the same time. Then I'm going to kind of grab the lead and I hold it in a way that the hook won't really fall out of its collar, and I start pushing the collar on this backside up into the lead. Now we have a nice heavy 18 gram weight, which is about 5/8 of an ounce. An 18 gram weight on this nice little 4/0 Titan Rider hook. Then all you got to do, same thing we would have done with a Titan Diver Plus. We're going to take our screw lock, we're going to drive it into the nose of our 4.8 paddle tail swim bait. I like to get mine up pretty tight. Kind of, I'm going to line up where that hook's going to poke through. So right about there. We'll look again. Yep, I didn't lose it. We're going to go up through our bait there. Make sure it came out the center and it goes where that hook slot is on the top side. And there you have it. We have now a smaller hook with a more finesse swim bait, and we're able to have still a heavy weight so we can get down super deep in timber, or so we have the ability to fish really, really fast. So that's your Titan Rider and IWS lead combination. Find yours at SaveMoreOutdoors.com. Thanks for watching.